Welcome to this week's episode of the Compliance Digest, presenting topics on all things compliance related. My name is Alex Krenke, and with me this week is Alan Krenke. Alan, welcome.
Thank you very much, Alex.
This week we'll be covering a topic that Alan wrote as a part of his blog, which you can find at alankrenke.com. The topic was titled, Are Investors Dumb? And this was coming from an article that was published in Forbes titled, Investors Are Not Dumb, Just Horrible at Market Timing. In a nutshell, this article says that it's not the fault of the investors that they haven't been trained for understanding the markets, the terminology, or investing in general. So whose fault is it? Is it the education system? Is it the post-education system? What we want to do today is really identify some of the key topics and causes behind that. So let's just start off with public education. So I know everyone agrees that having better educated investors will benefit everybody, but we haven't really done anything in the public sector. Why is that?
Well, I think, if you take a look at the goal really of public education, it's to provide us with the basics so we can function properly in society. So we've all talked about reading, writing, and arithmetic, and throw a little bit of government and some history, and that's really what the school system has provided us, a basis to be able to go out in society and function. So I think to be able to try to tack on, now we're going to teach people about finance, which is very complex and can be challenging unto itself. I don't think it's fair to really believe that our public education system has the ability to be able to do that. And when you go beyond that, if you look at people that go on into the workforce or are going on into continued education through college or technical schools, they tend to really become more focused in their careers. Whether it's in pharmacy or you're training to become a doctor or an attorney or an accountant, whatever that may be, you become very specialized. And you're really not being taught on how to go about investing or the importance of investing for the future. So I think that is really one of the challenges we have. Public education, I don't think we're going to see that happen. And it really is on the investor themselves to be able to determine, do I do this myself, do I teach myself, or do I go out and find someone to help me?
That's true. And I think another issue out there too is that it's become so easy to quote unquote manage your own portfolio. So with all the websites that are available out there today, you can simply log on and choose any investment you want. So why is it that investors are trying to do it themselves? What is it at their core that's saying, I got this?
Well, I think it's really hard for people to admit that they don't know. I think you reach a certain point in life when you've gotten through with education, you started working, where you just believe you should automatically understand how to manage your investments for the future, and that just simply isn't the case. It's hard for me to go into a hardware store and kind of fumble around looking for something, and a person from service comes over and obviously can see that I'm confused and don't know what I'm looking for, says, can I help you, sir? A lot of times, no, I got it, and I'll wander around for another half hour and then track somebody down. It's a lot like that with investing. It's hard to admit that, but if you can get over that, people really need to identify, I need to put together a plan, and I need to understand enough about the financial products available in the marketplace to help me achieve my goals, whether they're short-term, intermediate, and long-term.
Mm-hmm. And then when we're talking about conclusions from this article, are investors dumb? Should we be providing education on the front end in the school system? Should it be coming from financial experts? What's your advice to the public out there?
Well, I think that, again, we've really thrown out it's not going to happen through public education. So that really puts responsibility on ourselves. We need to make decisions for our own future. You can't bury your head in the sand and think it's going to be fine. Uncle Sam's going to take care of me through Social Security. That's not going to happen. You either have to commit time to learn it on your own or use a financial services professional to make sure that you're doing the right thing for your future. So you do have a secure future.
Great. Well, thank you very much, Alan, for joining us this week.
My pleasure.
And that'll actually close it up this week for the Compliance Digest. Thanks for joining us.